Hello, welcome back to Learn Economia. Today we are going to discuss a very recent developed term. This term is something that is recently developed. This is called moonlighting. So what does it mean by moonlighting and what is the implication of very same in the economy that we have today? Let's see the concept of moonlighting in the detailed form and see what are the positive aspects and negative aspects of the very same. Coming to the concept of moonlighting, it is actually something you called as a side job. So a person might be having a main job. Apart from the main job that he is doing, he will be having a side job in addition to his main or primary job. So that means we are discussing a context where a person would be having more than one job. Okay. So this person here might be holding his second job outside his normal working hours. For example, he might be working, his main job working schedule would be main job work schedule. SCHUDLE. This might be something like 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, so this might be his main job working hours. So apart from this job, he might be doing some other work for some other company from something like 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. 12 p.m. So this is his secondary job. Work schedule for secondary job. Okay, in these kind of side jobs or secondary jobs are usually taken by employers in secret. That means they might not be informing their employer. When we say employer, we are referring to employer of the main job. Employer of the main or primary job. Okay. So, the person will be performing his regular job and also he will be performing another employment which would be secondary to him. So why does he go for double jobs? This is to supplement his income. So from his main job, he will be considering this job as his main source of income. But when it comes to this secondary job, he considers this as something that supplements his income. Okay. So this might be adding to his income, total income. This is adding to his total income. So it is supplementing the income that he receives from the main job. And that is why he is going for a secondary job here. Okay. What are the positive impacts of the very same? So when it comes to these kinds of job, you could see that this would be encompassing the activity outside your office working hours. This is something that you do outside your office working hours. So otherwise you might be doing this in holidays or something, either on holidays or for off hours, or your working at the work time that you are not spending in your office, you are doing this work. So that means it doesn't affect your productivity. You as a worker in your main job, it is not influencing or impacting or affecting your productivity when it comes to your full-time job. Okay, and since it is being done on some other part of the day or some other time of the day, it is not creating a conflict between the secondary job and the main job. So it doesn't have a conflict of interest with the company's business, the business of the company where you are working. So these are identified as some of the positivity impacts of moonlighting. And also, if you look at certain cases like overnight shift to some remote working, these kind of things had done away with some long commutes. And you could see this with respect to some relatively more fluid working schedules. And whenever you're given new opportunities for juggling small side projects, especially this is something that you can do in your free time, and those people who are interested to do that can take it up, isn't it? So just look back. We had a scenario when the whole economy was struck by the pandemic. The whole economy was gripped in the hands of the pandemic, right? So these times where something that created so much of changes in the economy. Actually, when it comes to the development of gig workers, we could see that during the times of pandemic, gig workers got so much of opportunities, isn't it? So there were plenty of gigs, especially when it comes to IT field with respect to development of app, with respect to development of software. So these people could get their interest as well as their talents identified, and they were up for grabs. So the kind of jobs that these people do were of short duration jobs, and also these were identified as some quick ways for people to supplement their income. So people or employees always prefer to go for some extra work, some additional work, so as to get some income which would be supplementing their income that they earn from their main work. Now, that doesn't mean that gig workers is full of positive things. Moonlighting is full of positive things. Okay, so what are the negative things that we have when it comes to moonlighting? Here, we are living in a world where there is IT expansion and IT revolution happening, isn't it? So everywhere you could see the role of IT. It is there with respect to artificial intelligence when it comes to health, education. Apart from health, education, artificial intelligence, you could see IT in every field. If you go to some office, you can see the role of IT there, isn't it? So the business, the new age business is something that you consider as data driven because the role of IT is there. For the very same reason, if a person engage in moonlighting, for example, A and B are two competing companies. So these are some rivals when it comes to IT. Okay, rivals in IT, and we have to consider a situation where a person is working in company A. Okay, so this is his main job. His main job is in company A. At the same time, this person is working in company B as a part-time worker. So this is the secondary job that this person is doing. This is a main job and the secondary job. Remember, these two people are rivals. So whenever this happens, there can be something like a risk of data and a risk of knowledge trade. So this is very much crucial when it comes to competing companies or rivals. And this is basically seen when it comes to IT. Okay. That doesn't mean that other areas are not free from risk of knowledge drain. Knowledge drain is seen with respect to other areas as well. Now, also you could see that employees may be working for side jobs during some office hours, and this can be seen especially when you are working from home. Work from home is something that is being encouraged by several companies. So if such a tendency is encouraged, this would be facilitating some opportunity for the employees to engage in some moonlighting, and this might create some data drain for some case. Sometimes it might be creating some negative impacts as well. So that is why many companies say that if you engage in some moonlighting, there would be something that you have to be afraid of, and this is known as termination of service. You will be sent out of your main work if you go for some other work apart from your main work. So I hope I have given you a very brief understanding or idea regarding the concept of moonlighting. That's all about today. Thank you for watching. You can like, share and subscribe to our channel for more videos. You can be a part of our Telegram community. I'll be providing the link of the very same in the description box. You can discuss your doubts there. Also, you can download the Learn Oikonomia app. For that also, I'll be providing the link in the description box. That's all about today. Once again, I'm saying you to like, share and subscribe to this channel for more videos.